So before I start this review on this awesome looking ship, I do want to shine a light to one particular member of our community. Now, he is very generous when it comes to donating this particular ship just for the review. So this is a shout out to Kamar the Fox. He is a community manager on Discord. He is an awesome member of the community. He's always there with the live stream, and now he has generously donated this particular item right here for the ship review. And this is the Janeway J, or it is the Voyager J version, so Janeway stuff. So definitely big shout out to him for providing this ship for the review. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the channel supporters out there that are supporting the channel financially, and if you are willing to do so yourself, there is a link in the video description. So with that being said, let me start this review about the Voyager J version of this this particular ship that Cryptic has provided us. Now, it is costing a lot of money. Now, I've been told, and I'm also been seeing a lot of communication between players in the ESD chat, where we normally are right now, or Space Talk, and also on the exchange. These things are not there for you to grab. People are selling it more than the exchange can hold. I don't know what that is going to do moving forward. If prices are going to get higher and higher, maybe Cryptic is going to raise the minimum or the maximum capacity that you can sell a particular item. It is currently 1.5 billion, and people are selling this particular item even more than that. So that being said, I want to give you guys a little bit of a information out there. This particular ship, all of the statistics, all of the backstory that Cryptic has provided, I already made a video about that. You can find it on the channel. It's the Voyager J preview, where I basically read everything and go over to the statistics on this thing and see what it actually is about without actually having my hands on it. But this video is going to be something that we're going to dive in a little bit more into the details, what the ship is all about. We're going to go through the customization, see what kind of customization we can do. I'm going to compare it versus the Lucari Science ship out there in space to see how big or small it is. Going to see all of the information that is provided by Cryptic in space, because ground and space is totally different depending on your build. You guys are going to have different numbers. And also, I want to say and emphasize that in the last part of this video, I'm going to go through all of the paces with this particular ship and show you guys what it is that this ship can do on the low end. As you guys know, my character has none of these skills allocated to them. The specialization is a mess. The traits are a mess as well. So if you find that this ship is lacking in DPS, if that's something that you are, going for in STO, this is probably the reason why my character is not spaced out for space combat in terms of dealing DPS, traditional or space or science, sorry, it is not there. So I'm definitely going to show this thing at the low end. This is like basically the minimum amount of damage that this thing is going to do. And if it's worth it or not, that's totally up to you. I'm just showing the ship as it is. You can draw out your own you can draw out your own findings out of that, if it's worth it or not. Like I mentioned, this thing is going more than 1.5 billion currently. Anyway, that's it. It's called the Frederick on my end. Let me go up here to the customization. I want to show you guys that when you, or if you're going to upgrade this particular ship, let me look it up. Frederick, there we go. There is an option up here to upgrade this thing to a tier 6 6X version. Yep, here we go, tier 6X. So you're going to get a device slots, a universal console is going to come up here, and basically the same statistics, but you're going to get an extra trait slot when you are going to fly this particular ship. So the normal traits that you have is like 5 of them, but with this, if you fly this one, you're going to basically get an extra one, so 6 in total. So these are the weapons that comes with this thing. Now, I don't know. I don't believe that Cryptic has added these particular weapons as a weapon pack. So I'm interested to see how these things are going to fire. Let me ready this particular ship. Be it my... Oh, what just happened? Why did all of my items come up here? I did not want that. Anyway, let me fix this. So here we are at the customization. Now, something that you guys didn't know, I didn't know either, the saucer section, if you can call it that. Now, unfortunately, I can't actually move in closer than this. This has been a pet peeve of mine to Cryptic. Cryptic, please fix up this user interface. It is a mess. But something that you guys didn't know, and I didn't know either, that these things are detached. And the ship is moving. Can you guys see that? Oh, wait a minute. It is. Oh, wow. This is something I did not know. So because these things are detached, it's like basically 4 separate pieces. These things are individually moving. So the warp nacelles are moving from the engineering hull, this part right here, and this part is moving from the saucer section, if you could call it that, up here. That's why it's like bubbling around. Look, it's moving independently, so it's not stationary. Wow, that's... I wonder how they managed to do that. That's kind of interesting. Okay. That's kind of interesting. Look, the warp nacelles are definitely, you can see them, you know, moving up and down, kind of like when you're in the ocean, you know, it moves up and down. Wow, that's so cool. Hey, there is a smiley face on here. Look at here, the mouth and two eyes. Hey, we found a smiley. Oh, you're not going to be able to unsee that, but I just pointed right now. All right, so we only have one template. That's kind of weird. Maybe because I'm on Tribble, because I'm testing this out on Tribble. Maybe not everything got copied over. Maybe the original Voyager template can be used on this, or maybe not. There is no unique bridge, the interior up here, so I'm not going to waste your time up there. Are there different window types? There are. Okay. So right here, and the engineering part, type 1 is selected. Type 2. Type 3, I don't see any changes, to be honest. Type 5, 4. You guys see any changes? Oh, there it is. Type 6, 5. Type 6, ooh, we got some lights up there. And type 7. Oh, that one is better. I think this one fits the bill. Oh yeah, this one is... I believe this is how the ship came out of the box. Very nice. And a lot of you guys are calling it the bottle opener because of this. Sorry. But yeah. And some people on the live stream yesterday that we definitely had so much fun. Where if they're going to get this particular ship in their, you know, when opening boxes or whenever they're going to be able to get it, they were like, they're going to call it the USS bottle opener is as a name. All right. So we do have different material types. What is this? No way. What is this? Come on, man. This is so bad. These material types from the ambassador, this is not good. Defiant. Okay, this is not... Oh, what are these things up here at the bottom? Is this like exhaust or something? That's kind of weird. What is that? That is so weird. Could be like torpedo tubes, but then again, didn't Voyager shoot torpedo out of this part right here? What are these? This is just weird. Intrepid. Oh yeah. Okay, now they're looking like they're like hangar bay doors. Wow, that's so weird. Ooh, what is this? Oh, that's just bad. That is just very, very bad. Janeway class. Alrighty. Janeway has his own class. Nice. An X version. It's probably due to the shape. Oh, what is this? It's probably due to the shape of the ship that these material types are not, you know, complementing the ship a lot, to be honest. What are these? This is like some weird Picasso painting or something. NX refit. Yeah, this is not... This does not work. Sovereign, maybe. Nope. Neither. I like the underneath part. It's more easier for the eyes. It's not so overwhelming with lines and stuff like that. That's cool. Does it work upside down? Kinda, right? This is how it looks normally and upside down. Huh. Kind of works. Type 0. Oh, Type 0. Very, very cool. Very cool. I like it. I like it. So nice. Type 1. Oh, Type 1 is... Okay. No. I like these parts up here, and I was like, okay, this is going to be good. But then again, it's kind of like mismatching. Like here it's really bright, and then all of a sudden it's like dark. There is no transition. There is no fading in and out of these material types. That's just bad. Same with Type 2. Yeah, no good. Type 3. Nope. 4. Okay, so these are like the older version. These are definitely not going to be good. 5. Yeah, I mean, look at this. That's a mess right there. Oh my god. And this is just too bright. It's too bright up here. 7. Ooh, 7 kind of looks good. Not underneath, but yeah. All right, 8. 8 is also very, very bright with the reflection. 8 B version, so it's not that a blooming intensity intensified on your eyes. And the veteran. Oh, I like the veteran a little bit though. I love the blue outlines. Those are nice. I don't think we're going to be able... Yeah, just patterns. We can't mismatch components on this thing because the only one version of this thing is available to us. Let me just Frankenstein this a little bit so you guys can see what kind of... Oh, yeah. I made a Frankenstein. Look at this thing. This thing is hideous. Anyway, I'm going to cancel all of the changes that I just made to this ship because I want to have the out-of-the-box experience, including visually. And I'm going to head into space and fire up another client of mine and see how big or small this thing is when you compare it to the Lucari science vessel. Now we are in space. You guys can see this thing. Here it is compared to the Lucari science ship Dorito. So it's kind of small, to be honest, maybe like twice the length of the Lucari science ship out there, if I've positioned it correctly, obviously, and I haven't. A little bit more there. So it's like over here to the saucer section, and if we move the ship backwards all the way to the end, somewhere here, yeah, it's about twice the Lucari science vessel. Now, I did push some buttons, and I was like, oh my god, this thing is amazing when it cloaks. So I'm going to show you guys that. Here we go. This is the... for some reason, I want to say Enterprise J for this thing. If my mind is set up for J being Enterprise, J Enterprise, Enterprise J. But this is the Voyager J version. Here we go. Cloaking in 3, 2, 1. Bam! It's awesome. Not the traditional, you know, woo, 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 but it definitely works. And decloaking in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that is good. All right, let me put this into a left motion so you guys can see it a little bit being highlighted by the sun and darker parts of this ship not being highlighted by the sun. So right about there. It is beautiful though. I mean, I kind of like the design. It's definitely, you know, the style of Voyager, like the original version. And also these warp nacelles actually move up and down, just like the normal Voyager did. I don't know about the shape of these warp nacelles though, because traditionally the warp nacelles are like a tube-like design. This is like small on the beginning and very large at the end, and also a little bit flattened out. But there probably is some kind of thought has gone into this to making them. So it's kind of nice. And I don't know about it though. I mean, it is very highly prized when it comes to this ship. It's definitely one of those things that if you're a ship collector, you kind of need to have in your arsenal. So with that being said, probably gonna go after it on the holodeck as well. Okay, so do these Federation 23rd century weapons have any special abilities? Let's see. So they do phaser damage -10, and I should probably need to remove it to get the statistics. Very good. So the proc of these things is 2.5% chance of -2%, 2.5% bridge officer ability recharge, additional -1% per second for the next 20 seconds. So there is a cooldown reduction in bridge officer abilities, like these things up here, that you're going to be able to use your bridge officer more often, and that has a 2.5% chance of proccing, of actually activating. So keep that in mind whenever you're going to do this, or at least whenever you're going to fire these things. Let me put it back. Anything else up here? Not really worth mentioning. There is a second deflector slot. Probably true to most science ships. You kind of need one. Let's go over the... Wait a minute. This This thing came with a universal console. Photonic Cannon. This is new. This is not something I already had. Anyway, let's read the mastery. So 15% in damage to exotic damage ability. So increasement in that. Level 2 ship hit points 10%. Level 3 hull and shield healing abilities by 10%. Level 4 an X amount of shield regeneration per 6 seconds, sorry. And also shield resistance by 5% in the overall. We're going to have the enhanced cloaking integration when entering buffs when entering or exiting cloak. When entering cloak, 100% turn rate and flight speed for the next 8 seconds until exiting cloak. Restore 4% of the maximum hull per second for the next 8 seconds or until exiting cloak. Ooh, okay. That's kind of interesting. That's awesome. And also, while exiting cloak, 9.5% firing cycle haste for energy-based weapons for the next 8 seconds. Scales with aux power. Ooh, okay. This trait is kind of interesting, especially if you're doing cloaking mechanics on your when you're on your run. Definitely a whole tank when you're like when you're cloaking, so you're going to get 4% each second for the next 8 seconds. So a total of what is that? 32%. 8 times 4. Nice. You're going to get when exiting cloak, you're going to get a firing cycle haste for weapons, for energy-based weapons. Nice, not bad. I like it. The Photonic Cannon. Now this has been from Star Trek Voyager. You guys probably have seen this. The episode where the Doctor is actually bluffing a little bit on this thing. But anyway, let's read the details up here. This weapon was originally theorized by the late 24th century and an ingenious way to utilize photonic holographic technology. But the application of those theories only began to fruition when the introduction of programmable matter. Now it has been realized Starship with both capabilities may rapidly deploy this technology while in the field. Deployment includes a sensor-making suit that acts as a defensive countermeasure for the ship, while simultaneously creating an additional source of firepower to soften up any enemy starship unfortunate enough to be lingering your starship forward arc. Critical severity with exotic-based weaponry. 7.5 auxiliary power settings, 100-degree targeting also only in the forward direction with a 10-kilometer range. 4 seconds to charge up with a 2-minute cooldown, 100 plus 100 defensive rating for the next 12 seconds, plus 200 all damage resistance rating, and after 4 seconds, then 1 times a second for the next 8 seconds up to X amount of kinetic base damage that is going to ignore shields, speed between foes on a current target at random foes in forward arc. This is messed up. This they could have made this a little bit better. I have no understanding of what's been written up here, but we're definitely going to find out. Activating an exotic damage ability grants 4% firing cycle haste for energy-based weapons for the next 10 seconds. Ooh, I like that. So cycle haste, but then again, energy-based weaponry. So the traditional form of a DPS, no science stuff. What else? Bridge officer station. We have a Lieutenant Universal, so you can slot a bridge officer with 2 abilities up there. / Miracle Worker. I don't know if you're going to be able to utilize Miracle Worker to its full potential there, but sure. You have a Lieutenant Commander Tactical Station. We have a Commander Science Command Station, so definitely concentrate firepower on that. Ensign Engineering Station with 1 ability, and you have a Lieutenant Commander Science Station for all of the science stuff. So you can see it right here, science and science. not so much in tactical or engineering. And I'm definitely going to show you guys the Admiralty card in 1 second, but I do want to emphasize that the console layout is 2 science, 5 being the 2 engineering, 5 being science, and then 4 tactical. So, you know, just based upon what the actual slotting of this ship is all about, you can actually see it. It is definitely a science heavy. And then again, the captain, Catherine Janeway, was definitely science first. Then DPS or killing the enemy, maybe like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or the 5th option. All right, let me look up the Admiralty card. So here it is, the Janeway Command Science Vessel, 4 stars in its rarity. We got 21 points in engineering, 37 in tactical, and a whooping 68 in science. So special ability, when alone, you're going to get plus 35 in tactical when you slot this thing in a project all by itself. That's about it. I'm not going to be able to show you a little bit more, because that's it for when it comes to this particular ship. Now I am going to level this thing up, even though I don't see it being changing anything visually or anything like that. I need to go through the paces, obviously, and I'll be right back when this thing is all the way leveled up. So we're back, and I leveled the ship all the way to level 5 and unlocked the starship trait that we are going to slot in right now. And the reason why it is cloaked is, man, you guys really don't want to see this thing when it's decloaking. Look at that. It is very bad looking. That is because I have the Zadvar shield equipped on it. That's the latest shield, or at least vanity shield, that we had from the lockbox, from the Picard lockbox. And it's just, in my personal opinion, one of those visuals that you're like, we really shouldn't have had these things. Anyway, the unlockable starship trait is called the Enhanced Cloaking Integration. Let me remove, no, not that one. Let me remove a little bit of hull healing. You know what? Promise of Ferocity is a good thing to remove. What was that thing called again? The Enhanced Cloak thingamajig. Enhanced Cloak Integration. Alright, so this is what it is. So your ship system has been tuned to grant additional benefits when entering and exiting Cloak. Entering Cloak will restore hull over time and boost maneuverability, while exiting will grant a burst of firing cycle haste for direct energy weaponry. This works with any cloaking device variant. Oh, okay, nice, not bad. So also all of the other cloaks that you have as well, battle cloak or just normal cloak with the defiant and all that good stuff. Nice. Not bad. I'm not going to say no to this. Skill that affect this ability, none. Now, I do want to say that the items up here that I have, even though I don't have really the best items up here, I'm surprised at this particular ship. It is doing above average. Enemies are getting wasted and killed really fast. I don't know if that's particularly due to the layout of the ship being very good, or me being more efficient in killing people due to like 11 years of hard work. But anyway, I'm gonna say that this ship is surprisingly good. I still don't know if it's worth all the money, all the hype. In terms of resources into the game, either you're going to buy it from the Zen store with all of the R&D promotional packs that you're going to get up there, or, you know, just cough up the money and buy it from somebody or the exchange whenever it's going to come up there. But I'm liking it. I like it surprisingly. It is very appealing to me as well, even though I don't really fly, you know, science-oriented ship. and you can actually see that on my build. It's not really there for science. This is there just, you know, for fun and not DPS oriented in any way or form. Now I do want to show you guys the build. This is what I'm using. I'm using a little bit of command abilities up here, and I only have one miracle worker ability just to show you guys that it is miracle worker oriented. You can definitely have two of them, or you can have command station all the way full, but I thought gravity well is kind of something that the science ship is going to be benefiting from. Yeah, concentrate firepower. I don't know if that's a thing, if science ships can actually do or be torpedo boats, but this thing is doing a lot of, you know, with concentrated firepower 1 that I have slotted up here, it is doing, you know, surprisingly a lot of damage. Now, I do say surprisingly because I don't go after the logs and see what did and what didn't do damage. That's basically the way all of the high-end DPSs are doing, but that for me takes the fun out of it. So I'm just gonna play it the way I've set it up right here. Now my playstyle is mainly like, you know, a lot of pets out, and they basically are going to help you out in combat. That's basically the way I play with these things. But there was a request on Discord, I believe. Cosme, was it you on the live stream as well, that you said that you wanted to show, or at least you want me to show these at least the new visuals for these weapons. Now there is also a dual beambank that I'm going to slot in just for you, so you can see these things being fired and there is any new visuals to them. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to launch Argala System Patrol. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, click. That's going to help us, or at least showcase this ship a little bit in combat. Now, I want to emphasize this is not a build video. This is not how this particular ship is going to get the most out of, you know, itself in terms of DPS. But this is how I like to play it, and I like to have fun with these things. So I'm going to buff a little bit and then decloak, sorry, and then kill the enemy. And it's surprisingly good. Look at that. Wasted that guy. Now, you don't need to be stationary. I am kind of stationary because I wanted to show you guys these. This is how it fires with the beams and the dual B-bank. Because there was a question, or at least a request for me to do so, so I am obliging to you. This is how the new beams are firing. Sorry for all of the things that are going on in the background and stuff like that in this map. We also got a Benthen over there that is also helping out. But this is how these new beams are firing. It's like a yellowish hue tint to it, and it's, I don't know, it's kind of having the same color as the photonic cannon right here. I want to say photonic torpedo, but it's the photonic cannon. So here they are again. So it's kind of like yellow, orangey color to them. That's how they miss, apparently, because that one just missed the target completely. All right, let's turn around. And also, turn rate is very good, even though, you know, surprisingly good. But then again, it is meant to be turning real quickly because it is a science ship after all. Let me put a gravity well on these guys, group them up together. You know what, let's do it on these guys up here because they're kind of like out of each other's range. I'm going to group them up together and I'm going to fire this photonic cannon. It's kind of nice. Here it is. 3, 2, 1, click, and there is a thingy coming up here, right here on top, and it's not part of the ship. It is firing off this electrical light, and it just disappears like that when it's done. Now In the TV show Voyager, they never showed these cannon things. I kind of like it the way that they're making it do that thing, you know, coming out of nowhere and just killing off the enemy. And I definitely enjoy the visuals that they made up there. That's very, very well done. What else is there to say? I am, like I said, surprisingly, the Shing is like, you know, for me personally, it is definitely good. Now, like I said, I don't know if science can do torpedo boats.
Keep concentrating fire on individual
but
ships. We will not go quietly.
Where are these guys? Up here. So let's do a little bit of DPS, just a little bit tiny amount. Just to show you guys what it is. Now this is, I must say, this is at the low end spectrum of, if you can call it DPS, this is basically just surviving. And the reason why none of my consoles have been upgraded, none of the weapons have been upgraded, I'm still using the level-less items up here. So, you know, in terms of DPS, this is basically the flat line. The least amount, there we go, torpedoes all the way, boom, boom, boom. And also no skills, you know, at least not set up correctly for this particular build. But hey, I'm doing more damage than Major Kali, so that's always a plus, right?
You will stand down.
There, 20k, nice.
To the Benton Guard.
One thing that I didn't showcase, this thing also has the inspiration ability, so turn the tide up here. What is this one? Against all odds. Not that I actually use these things, but battle preparation as well. It is, you know, it definitely going to help you, aid you in combat whenever you're doing this. The inspiration abilities. It's another, you know, another thing where it's going to be beneficial if you are going to use it. Like you're seeing, I'm still not using it, even though I'm talking about it for some reason. But that just, you know, that's just my bad. So, torpedo spread 1 over there. Kind of nice, right? Even though I'm kind of stationary, it is doing, for my personal taste, a little bit above average DPS when it comes to DPS. So I would say it is definitely worth maybe 1 billion, to be honest. The trade itself only works when you are entering or exiting Cloak. That's actually something that I haven't tested it out yet. So this is me entering Cloak. Turn rate, yes, you can definitely see that there is a turn rate increasement right there. And let's see when we are out of Cloak. Oh yeah, we got the weapon haste. And you can actually see that the weapons are firing faster. Yeah, the weapons are definitely firing faster. So the trade definitely is working when it comes to, you know, cloaking and decloaking. So that's, you know, to be expected from Cryptic. They don't mess around with traits a lot. Whenever they put stuff in the game, it's definitely up there and it works. I don't know if the trait, if that's something that you're thinking about, like, hey, this trait is very good, but is it really worth 1.5 billion? Is it actually worth 1 billion? I don't know about this. The trait doesn't enhance your DPS overall. It does enhance the firing cycle haste, so in passive mode it kind of helps you out in terms of DPS. But then again, you kind of need to utilize cloaking and decloaking. Cloaking and decloaking, that also needs to be part of your arsenal. So maybe in like Infected, from moving from one transporter to the other one, transformer from one transformer to the other one, you can use that decloaking, and it's going to give you a little bit of boost at the beginning when you're decloaking and fighting off. But I don't see a lot of uses out of this. So the trade is going to be a little bit mad. The Photonic Cannon, I kind of like it. The passive is definitely up there. It gives you 50% to critical severity with exotic-based weapons, so exotic-based weapon damage, and also auxiliary power level. You can actually see it up here. I'm basically at balanced mode, so everything is at 50. Only aux power is at 81 because of, like, you know, stuff and reasons, stuff that I put up here. So I like the ship. I definitely enjoy it. Is it worth 1.5? For me, no. But that's just my opinion. Some people might find it interesting and might have, you know, put up a lot of money in there. But they know probably going to do more in terms of, you know, DPS. When it comes to visuals, I like the ship. I like the ship a lot. Look at this thing. It kind of looks like it is in 3 pieces. So you have the warp nacelles, you have this engineering section, and then you have the saucer section up here. So in terms of that, I definitely think it is a badass looking ship. When it comes to visuals, obviously. When it comes to DPS, it is above average, so it is definitely going to do a lot of damage. I can tell you that. But then again, it is science, so keep in mind that this thing is definitely meant to do science DPS with lots of like gravity well and DRB and all that good stuff that is accustomed to science and science-related DPS. Guys, that's it for this particular video. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun and entertainment knowledge coming out of the channel. Would love to see you guys on the next video. Take care and later.